Are you acting when you should be healing, or have you been healing? Have you been withdrawing when you should be leading? Mastering your inner masculine and feminine energy is not about becoming bland. It's about knowing when to take action, when to take decisive action, and when to retreat, when to regulate, and when to repair. Hi, I'm Dr. Jo Messenger. Thanks for tuning in. In this video, let's cover how emotional frequency, how nerve system health and self-awareness determine whether you should move forward or go within. Because mastering your masculine and feminine energy doesn't mean becoming beige. It doesn't mean being passive. It means being more neutral. It means knowing when to move and knowing when to be still. It means understanding both action and retreat. That they are both power, and when to use them consciously. Some people don't just have an energy problem. Some people also have a timing problem. They take action when they're emotionally unstable, and they withdraw when they should be stepping forwards. And that confusion costs them their relationships, it costs them opportunities, and it costs them their health. So what is masculine energy? Your masculine energy is your direction, your structure, your decision making, it's your action, it's protection, and it's execution. Masculine energy builds, it leads, and it moves forward. But here's the key. Your masculine energy is powerful when your frequency is high. Your masculine energy is powerful when you're regulated, when you're clear, when you're calm, when you're positive, and when you're centered. That is when you need to send the email. That's when you need to launch the project, set the boundary, have the conversation, and take the metaphoric leap. High frequency plus masculine energy will give you aligned results every time. So what is feminine energy? Your feminine energy is your intuition, your receptivity, your inner reflection, your healing, your creativity, and your restoration and rejuvenation. Your feminine energy listens. Your feminine energy senses. And it restores. It restores you. It is not the time to act when you're triggered, when you're angry, when you're jealous, when you're reactive, when you're exhausted, or when you are emotionally flooded. That is not the time to act. That's the time to withdraw, not to punish, not to sulk, and not to manipulate. That's the time to withdraw and heal. And so many people seem to get this backwards. So many people send the angry text, post the reactive comment, and quit their job mid-trigger. And so many people break up mid-wound. So many people make life decisions from emotional dysregulation. So many people make life decisions when they are emotionally dysregulated. And that's wounded masculine energy. And then later, when they feel better, they regret it because actions taken from a low frequency creates chaotic outcomes. When your nerve system is dysregulated, your cortisol rises, your prefrontal cortex decision-making drops, your emotional memories hijack you. Your emotional memories then hijack your logic, and your flight or flight drives your behavior instead. When your nerve system is dysregulated, you literally cannot make sovereign decisions from that state. which is why mastering your energy is not spiritual fluff, it's nerve system management. And here's the rule. When your vibe is high, act. When your vibe is low, heal. So once more for the people up the back, when your vibe is high, that is when you need to act. And when your vibe is low, that's when you need to withdraw from whatever's going on and heal. High frequency is your calm confidence. It's your clarity. It's neutrality of purpose, and it's your self-trust. Low frequency is resentment, comparison, competition, victimhood, guilt, shame, blame, and emotional chaos. If you act from resentment, you'll create regret. If you retreat from confidence, you'll miss your destiny. If you refuse to step into your confidence, you'll miss your destiny. This is not about gender. This is not about men doing one thing and women doing something else. Every human has both masculine and feminine energy within them. Your mastery is in your discernment. Your mastery is in your knowing. Your mastery is in your knowing when to build, when to rest, when to speak, when to be silent, when to pursue, and it's in when to pause. That is your emotional intelligence, and that is your sovereignty. So how can you practically apply this in your everyday life? Step one is to check your state before you act. Before you act, ask yourself, am I regulated? Am I clear? Am I calm? Are my motives and intentions pure? If the answer is no, you need to pause. Step two is, when you're triggered, intentionally withdraw. When you're triggered, intentionally go within, meditate, move your body, breathe, heal your body, heal your heart, heal your inner child, and especially importantly, heal your soul. Step three is to only return to action when you're neutral again. Not when you're euphoric, not when you're furious, not when you're blaming someone else. Only return to action when you're neutral, when you're centered, when you're calm and clear. When you're aligned with your inner being, when your heart and your head are aligned together. Neutral is powerful. Neutral is sovereign. And this is why your health comes first in the Micro Heal series. Your health comes first because you cannot master your masculine and feminine energy in a dysregulated body. If your sleep is broken, if your hormones are unstable, if your blood sugar is chaotic, if you're addicted, if your inflammation is high, if your nerve system is fried, you'll mistime your energy. You'll act from stress. You'll retreat from fear, and you'll confuse avoidance with healing. Avoidance is not healing. Avoiding gluten, wheat, sugar doesn't mean you've healed. It just means you've avoided the trigger, which is kind of wise, but you also need to heal what's underlying the issues in the first place. And that's why the Micro Heal series begins with health and fitness. Because if your body's unstable, your energy will be unstable, and vice versa. So when your body's strong, your emotional regulation improves, your discernment sharpens, and your reactivity slows, and your clarity increases. And then you know exactly when to move and exactly when to withdraw. When you master this, everything in your life shifts. When you master this, your relationships improve, your business decisions improve, your parenting improves, your communication improves, and your leadership improves. When you master this, you stop reacting and start responding. You stop chasing and you start choosing. You stop exploding and you start executing. So let's wrap this up with a nice little bow. Masculine energy builds your kingdom. Feminine energy restores your inner queen. And you need both. When your frequency is high, move. When your frequency is low, withdraw and heal. Master this rhythm and your life will become intentional instead of reactive. The Micro Heal series Health and Fitness is now live. If you're ready to stabilize your body, if you're ready to regulate your nerve system, and finally master your energy, sign up and join us, because your new power isn't loud, it's aligned.